Hello everyone, welcome to DryerDays Art Studio. I'm Catherine. Thank you so much for being here today. Well, today I'm just going to feature a really quick video showing everything that is included in my latest box. I'm going to have 3 boxes coming out here within a week of each other, and they're all a little bit holiday themed. So I wanted to show you this first box that I've rolled out. I've already sold quite a few of them, but there are still some left. I'll link everything in the description of where you can find these boxes directly to my store. There are 2 versions of the box that you can get. You can get one with resin and one without, because I've had several people wanting resin included in the kits, and so I have been kind of alternating. I was using art resin in a few, and then I wanted to feature tumbler epoxy here by Beth. I really like this resin. I've tried it in a few art pieces now, and I really like it. It keeps your colors very vibrant and really low on bubbles, so that's always a plus. So let's go right into what you're going to get in your box. You're going to get one of each of these molds. One is for a snowflake and one is for a heart. So these are completed ones that I have done. One thing that is different with these boxes is I'm not sending out a private video to everyone who purchased. This is the only video that's going to be on here, so I will explain a little bit my process in making these because there will not be a tutorial on these for people. So I will go over that here in a second once I go through all the products that you're going to get. But what I wanted to do was, when I made these, I was really just experimenting because these molds are very different than anything I carry in my store. As you can see, they're pretty deep. You get a nice thick piece, but also it's more matte. If you turn it over, obviously, where the resin cured, this is the side that faces up. It's a little shinier, but the side that faces down inside the mold is more matte. So we have a little bit of a different look here. I wasn't sure with all of these little pieces how this was going to work. I test out all of my products first to make sure that they work, that they're durable, and if I find any defects with them or I'm not happy with something, I will take them out of my store. So I wanted to make sure I tried these out before they went in the boxes, and you can see, I mean, they really keep their shape beautifully. We're getting well-defined cutouts here, just beautiful. So with that, I wanted to include in this box the exact items and products that I used in each of these ornaments. I want to say too that with this one, you probably could with the heart too, but with the snowflake, it's big enough that you could use this as a coaster. Essentially, I tried it out myself. It's big enough. It is roughly 4 inches in diameter, and the heart is about 3.5 by 3 inches. So those are the measurements of your finished pieces, not necessarily of the mold, grand total size, but of your finished pieces. So let's start with the snowflake here. So obviously you're gonna get the mold. And then what I used on this one was my deep blue. That's the blue right here. I also used my silver pearl pigment. And then I used some Hi-Ho silver. So each of these only took 3 different products. And you're gonna get a 5-gram jar of each of the pigments. And then the Hi-Ho silver, you're gonna get a 5-gram bag of that. You can see it's a good amount of glitter. I mean, way more than you're gonna need. I just needed a tiny little spoonful for this. But what I started with was, I knew I wanted you to be able to see that glitter. So I drizzled a little bit through the middle here of the Hi-Ho silver mixed with clear resin. And then around the edges, I did these. Now, of course, I kind of gradually built and filled, and I sort of drizzled. Do this sort of in sections so that you can get all of your bubbles out. As you can see, there's virtually no bubbles or gaps in here. These molds did really well, but I poured very thin layers first, hit it with some heat, let it sit so those bubbles will rise, hit it with a little more heat, and then come in with some more of your pigmented resin and do the same thing. Really hit it with that heat gun, gradually build up in here so that you won't have any of those bubbles. And, you know, in laying that Hi-Ho silver down first, when I came down and laid the pigmented over, you can see how some of that blue is peeking through, some of the silver pearl, and it just gives a really nice look. And then you can hang it like this. You could really hang it anyway. Because of these cutouts in here, you can put a string or a ribbon through any area of this to hang it on your tree. And now for the heart, I really love this heart. I think it's so pretty. I used my True Love biodegradable glitter. So the True Love is made up of, it's a light pink and gold glitter, and there's chunky and fine of both. So you get, it's a really nice sparkler. It's multi-sized, multicolored. And those colors just went beautifully with my antique lace and my pink rose pigments. So I did the same exact thing on this piece. I laid down my glitter first in there, just mixed with clear resin. hit it with some heat. And you can see, I mean, I barely put any in here. We're just adding a little touch of glitter, so you don't need a whole lot. And you're actually gonna get a 10-gram bag of True Love. This is one of my more popular glitters. It is biodegradable. It's just beautiful. It's really kind of hard to see in the bag because the fine glitter likes to cling to the side, so it's hard to see the chunky, but you can see it in finished pieces. It's just gorgeous. The dimension and the sparkle that it gives. Even in the matte piece here, you can see how it's shining. And even, you know, this side of the mold, which is the side that faced up when we demold it, I think this is even pretty too. You get a little bit of a texture from the rim, and because there are so many cutouts, it definitely has more of a texture on this side, but this side is just as beautiful. You know, you could hang it with this side, either side showing would be beautiful. So again, just followed with how I did the snowflake, and then we added in the antique lace and the pink rose. Beautiful. So there you have it, guys. Those will come in your boxes, and again, you can get it with or without resin. I do have several left, so head on over to DryerDaysArtStudio.com to grab yours. Again, I will link that in the description. I am not selling these molds individually. I have had a few questions about that. I bought them specifically to go out in these art boxes, so if you want these molds, you gotta get the box. So I hope that answered any questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and keep your eye out for the next 2 boxes that will be coming in the next couple weeks. Thanks, guys. Keep on pouring.